Tinder date was not that she had to split the bill.
So I got tagged in this guy's video a lot, and I almost didn't respond. And then he made a follow-up video.
This is not back in the day where women are the prize anymore.
I've actually said this exact sentence before in one of my videos, but we meant something very different. Because women are not prizes to be won, right? They're autonomous human beings with their own agency. But he meant...
Nowadays, women are not like how they used to be, where they just want to be, stay-at-home moms, cook, clean, take care of the kids. It's not like that anymore.
And in case you're wondering how that connects back to the original video of his date getting mad at him for wanting to split the check 50-50, I'm going to let him explain that, and then we're going to talk about this.
If you're not going to do what women should do, then sorry, you got to go 50-50.
A great way to end up lonely and angry forever is to simply look at dating as a transactional process, or to think about, what am I getting back for the money I'm putting into this? We actually talked about a similar video this past week on my podcast about a guy that was saying, that if you should not put a dime in for the first 90 days, right, before you're certain you're going to get something out of it, right? That's clearly horrifically toxic advice, and we break that down in depth. All right, go listen to it there if you want. But I want to open this up to something a bit more constructive. Let's say you're a guy watching this, and you see that first clip, and you empathize with it because you can't afford to pay for everything on all of your dates, right? And that's something I can empathize with, right? When I met my wife, I was a grad student. I was making $13,000 a year. A year. And there's two things I want to talk about. First off, it's all about communication, right? Be honest about your situation, right? If someone's only going to be with a person that can give them lots of money and spoil them with gifts, and you're as broke as I was, they're going to find out eventually. When I started dating my wife, and even when I was dating women before my wife, right? We went to cheap and free stuff, we went out to coffee, we went to art shows, we went to poetry readings, right? Different things where we could just kind of get to know each other and talk and find out if this is going to go somewhere. And when we did want to do something more expensive that I couldn't afford to pay for both of us, we talked about it, right? The reality is, the expectation is when you ask someone out on a date is that you're going to pay, right? Tonight, I have an agency that's taking me to a dinner, right? My understanding is that they're going to pay, or I am also going to be very upset. And the second part of this is that there's a big difference, and people are aware of this, between not spending money on somebody because you don't have it, and not spending money on someone because of some weird rule you heard someone online tell you is the way you need to approach things. As broke as I was, right, I liked spending what little money I had on the person that I was interested in. I mentioned that we started dating in college, right? I liked showing up when we met up somewhere on campus and having a cup of coffee already made the way she liked it, because I listened the last time she ordered. I liked the way she smiled when I showed up with like a single rose that I could afford to buy her, right? I was never going to be able to spoil her unless she was horribly bad at math. She was not dating me for that reason, for my wealth. But we liked being with each other, and we found ways to make it work because we communicated. Is everyone going to go for that? No. That's life. That's reality. That's what it is. You accept that and you move on. But here's the wild thing. You might end up finding someone who likes you for who you are as a person, and not for what you can provide for them financially. And I can tell you from experience, that feels so much better.